Dhaka-Rangpur Highway. Assessment of construction progress and its strategic role as an international corridor. Executive summary. The Dhaka-Rangpur Highway, also known as SAZOC, Dhaka Northwest Corridor Road Project 2, is a landmark project in the history of road infrastructure in Bangladesh. The 190 km long highway, stretching from Ilinga in Tangail to Morden intersection in Rangpur, is being upgraded to a 6-lane highway with 4 main lanes and 2 separate service lanes for slow-moving vehicles. Initially approved in 2016 and started in June 2019, the project was scheduled to be completed in June 2022, but was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine war, floods, and land acquisition complications. Currently, the overall progress of the project is about 95%. In 2026 has been set as the new completion target. Once fully operational, the travel time from Dhaka to Rangpur will be reduced from 8 to 10 hours to 4 to 5 hours, which will radically change the connectivity of the capital with the 16 districts of North Bengal. In the international context, the importance of this highway is immense. It is an important part of the South Asian Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation SAZA corridor. Asian Highway 2, BIMSTEC 2, and SAARC Highway Corridor 4. The highway will directly connect to the land ports of Borimari, Banglabanda, and Sonahat, giving a boost to cross-border trade and transport of goods, especially with the recent finalization of the protocol of the BBI in Bangladesh. Bhutan, India, Nepal, Motor Vehicles Agreement, MVA. This highway has a huge potential to become a key hub for regional transport and trade. This report provides a detailed analysis of the current status of the project, its challenges, its multifaceted economic impact, and its far-reaching strategic importance in the national and international context. Project introduction and strategic importance. SASEC Dhaka Northwest Corridor Project. Objectives and goals. The Dhaka-Rangpur Highway Project is not just a simple road development, but a far-reaching strategic plan, which has been undertaken with the aim of connecting the northwestern region of Bangladesh with the economic hub of the country, Dhaka. Considered as one of the most important economic corridors of the country, this road was decided to be converted into 6 lanes to establish effective and fast road connectivity as well as reduce traffic congestion. It is financed by the Asian Development Bank ADB and the Government of Bangladesh as an important part of the South Asian Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation SAZAC corridor. This level of international cooperation suggests that the project is not only designed to meet the domestic needs of Bangladesh, but also as an important part of the larger regional trade and cross-border connectivity. Reflects Bangladesh's commitment to a multi-state initiative to improve regional economies and communication infrastructure. This regional perspective inherent in the project design has extended its economic impact beyond the country's borders, creating the potential to influence international trade. Initial scope versus final implementation. Core project components. Project has developed a modern design for a total of 190 kilometers of highway from Ilinga to Modern intersection in Rangpur, which not only increases capacity, but also prioritizes road safety and transport efficiency. The core design of the highway provides 4 lanes, 4 fast-moving vehicles, and 2 separate service lanes on either side for slow-moving vehicles. This system of separating slow-moving vehicles from the main road will be very effective in reducing traffic congestion and accidents. In addition, the major infrastructure to be constructed under the project includes a grade-separated interchange at Hadi Kamral in Sarajanj, 32 bridges, 39 overpasses, 180 culverts, and 11 pedestrian bridges. These infrastructures ensure that the road does not only increase in length, but also functions as a modern, uninterrupted, and safe highway. Another significant addition to the project is the intelligent transport system. This technology will transform the highway into a smart highway. Various components of ITS, such as automated number plate recognition, NPR cameras, speed detection systems, and variable messaging signs (VMS), will take road safety and traffic management to a new level. Through this, it will be possible to detect vehicles of excessive speed or weight, warn drivers in advance in emergency situations, and ensure round-the-clock surveillance. The incorporation of these modern technologies suggests that the project has been designed not only to meet current needs, but also to ensure long-term sustainability and a high-quality transportation system, which sets it apart from other road projects in the country. Asterisk, a vital economic corridor, connecting the capital to the heart of the north. This highway is considered an important driving force for the economy of the northern region of Bangladesh. The location of Rangpur division as the gateway to 16 northern districts from Dhaka has made this highway an essential connecting medium. The reduction in transportation time and cost will further strengthen the supply chain of agricultural and industrial products in the northern region. While it currently takes 8 to 10 hours to travel from Rangpur to Dhaka by road, which increases to 15 to 20 hours during festivals, it will come down to 4 to 5 hours when the highway is fully operational. This time saving in travel will not only make life easier for the people of the northern region, but will also boost commercial activities. Observations show that as a result of this improved communication system, small and big industrial establishments are being set up around the highway, which will stimulate economic growth. This expansion of trade and commerce will create massive employment for the region and help reduce the trend of migration towards Dhaka. This infrastructural development can serve as an important tool in reducing regional disparities, which will have a direct impact on the quality of life of the people in the region. It is clear that an improved transport system creates a chain reaction that not only affects logistics, but also transforms the regional economy and society as a whole. Progress and field status. Assessment A. Quantitative review of project completion. Conflicting timelines and budget analysis, although there are some apparent contradictions in the various data on the progress of the project. It is possible to present a coherent picture. Initially approved in September 2016 and starting in June 2019, the project was scheduled to be completed by June 2022. However, various adverse circumstances slowed down the project, resulting in a new target date of 2026. Although according to some news sources, the average progress of the project is between 90% and 95%. An important point is that the progress rate of work varies in different parts. For example, 90 to 95% of the work has been completed in the Rangpur, Bagra and Galbanda sections, while 85% of the work in the Rangpur section under Package 8 has been completed. This partial completion and phased inauguration of different sections leads to apparent discrepancies in the data. For example, during Eid al-Adha, the main 4 lanes of the highway from Elinga in Tangale to Mordenmoor and Rangpur were opened for traffic. This has relieved commuters from the suffering of traffic congestion and reduced travel time. However, not all components of the overall projects, such as the intelligent transport system, its toll plazas, and critical infrastructure like Hadakumral interchange are yet to be fully completed. This shows that, while the highway is partially ready for use, its full implementation and formal completion are yet to be completed. The initial cost has increased from TK 11,899 crore to TK 19,056 crore. External factors such as design changes, land acquisition complications, COVID-19, and the Russia-Ukraine war have also contributed to the cost increase. These delays have forced contractors to spend additional time and resources, ultimately increasing the overall project costs. Table 1. Project progress and key figures. Initial target current status reason. For change project length, 190 kilometers. 190 km project start September 2016 approval June 2019. Commencement project completion June 2022 December 2025. 20 to 6 COVID-19 war, flood, and acquisition. TK 11,899 crore TK 19,056 crore design changes. Delays total progress average. 95% complete key infrastructure milestones. Review of inaugurated parts and components. As per the phased implementation of the project, several key infrastructures have already been opened for traffic. Notable among these are one railway overpass and two overpasses constructed in the Bagra section. In addition, railway overpasses. 7 overpasses and 2 bridges have been opened for traffic at various places on the Alenga-Tangale to Rankar highway, which has made the journey on the highway safer and more comfortable. This has made the journey much easier for people heading home, especially during EED. These inaugurated sections prove the logistical capacity of the highway and its overall infrastructural quality, intelligent transport system, its status of effectiveness and implementation. The Dhaka-Rangpur highway is being developed as the country's second smart highway, where its technology will be used. The aim of this system is to increase road safety and ensure effective traffic management. The main components of it are vehicle detection system, surveillance cameras, automated number plate recognition, ANPR cameras, speed detection system, and variable messaging sign, VMS. Under the project, a Central Traffic Management Center TMC will be set up in Dhaka, which will monitor highway operations from 3 regional TMCs, Pakala in Tangale, Makamtala in Bagra, and Islampur in Rangpur. Asterisk. These centers will monitor the highways 24 hours a day through the ITS system, which will help in early detection of accidents and other obstacles and take action. In addition, ANPR cameras and weigh-in-motion WIM systems will be used to detect overspeeding and overweight vehicles. The implementation of this technology will not only increase road safety, but also reduce damage to road infrastructure due to overweight trucks, which will reduce long-term maintenance costs. Analysis of delays, challenges and financial impact, and acquisition obstacles. Specific case studies. Mentioned in the research data, one of the main reasons for the delay in the Dhaka-Rangpur highway project is the complexity of land acquisition. Although the construction work started in January 2019, the land acquisition process has not been fully completed even after a year and a half. Delays in land acquisition in Govindagang and Palashbari areas of Gabanda district and Shathabari areas of Rankar district have delayed the completion of the work. The concerned district administrators have yet to hand over land on both sides of the 8 kilometers road from Palashbari to Dofarat in Gabanda and 2 kilometers in Perganj, Ipuzila in Rankar to the project officials. Out of the 176.88 acres of land required for the project, 33.44 acres in Gabanda and 78.24 acres in Rankar were not available. The problem was not limited to administrative inefficiency, but also involved social and political complications. Some work also remained unfinished in the Shathabari Bazaar area of Mithapuka due to non-cooperation of landowners. These delays have extended the project duration and forced the contractors to spend additional time and resources, which ultimately contributed to the increase in the overall cost. Such experiences serve as an important lesson for future large projects, highlighting the need to streamline and expedite the land acquisition process, external and unforeseen factors, impact of global and local events apart from land acquisition. Several external and unforeseen factors have also affected the pace of the project. The most notable of these is the COVID-19 pandemic. Construction work was disrupted due to the suspension of stone imports from Bhutan during the pandemic. This forced the authorities to continue using local sources, such as stone from Madhya Pradesh. In addition, the Russia-Ukraine war disrupted global supply chains, affecting the availability and prices of construction materials. At the local level, heavy rains and floods have also disrupted some parts of the work. These external events demonstrate that the country's large infrastructure projects are not only dependent on domestic governance, but are also highly sensitive to global geopolitical and economic instability. While these crises have created challenges, on the one hand, they have also highlighted the need to strengthen local supply chains. Reasons for the increase in financial cost. From TK 11,899 crore to TK 19,056 crore. Initial cost of the project was around TK 11,899 crore, which later increased by around TK 7,157 crore to TK 19,056 crore. There are multiple reasons behind this cost increase. The design changes of the project have been cited as one of the reasons. In addition, the complexity of land acquisition and delays caused by external factors have played a direct role in increasing the cost of the project. When the duration of a project is extended, the contractors incur additional costs, and the prices of materials also increase due to inflation. These interrelated factors have combined to almost double the project budget. Its transformative domestic impact, revolutionary change in travel and logistics. Travel time reduction measured. Once the highway is fully operational, the travel time from Dhaka to Rangpur will be significantly reduced. Currently, it usually takes 8 to 10 hours to cover this distance, which can reach 16 to 20 hours due to traffic jams during festivals. The new highway will reduce this time to 4 to 5 hours. This time saving will not only ease personal travel, but will also revolutionize freight transportation and logistics. Fast and affordable transportation will ensure the free flow of goods and services between the northern and southern regions of the country, which will help increase the efficiency of the supply chain to boost the overall economy, stimulating regional economic activities, growth in industry and employment. A well-developed transportation system is a prerequisite for industrialization and economic growth. Since the opening of the dhaka-rangpur highway, numerous small and large industrial enterprises have started to develop in the areas around it. This is because the highway has made transportation of goods easy and affordable, which has presented the northern region as an attractive place for investors. Agricultural produce of this region will easily reach the capital and other major markets, which will help farmers get fair prices. This expansion of trade and commerce will create massive employment for the region, which is essential for long-term economic growth. This economic activity will reduce the tendency of people from the northern part of the country to move towards Dhaka, which will also contribute to reducing regional disparities. Increasing road safety. The role of ITS in modern design. Country's high road accident rate is a major problem, with excessive speed and traffic congestion being a major cause. The modern design of the dhaka-rangpur highway and ITS technology will play a significant role in addressing these issues. Measures such as separate service lanes for slow-moving vehicles, overpasses and underpasses will reduce the risk of traffic congestion and collisions. On the other hand, various components of ITS, such as speed detection systems and VMs, will help drivers adhere to the specified speed limits and provide early warnings about potential hazards. In addition, weigh-in-motion WIM systems are being installed at axle load control centers Pakula and Tangale, Mahasthangar in Bogra, and Islampur and Rampur, which will detect trucks carrying excess weight and help prevent damage to road infrastructure. These integrated measures will make the highways safer and more sustainable. Highways as international gateways, integration into major regional corridors, SAZAC. Asian highways, BIMSTEC and SAR-SETHA. Strategic importance of the dhaka-rangpur highway is not limited to the interior of Bangladesh. It is an integral part of several important regional and international corridors. The highway serves as a significant part of the South Asian Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation SAZAC corridor. Asian Highway 2 AH2, BIMSTEC 2, and SAA-RC Highway Corridor. These corridors form a framework for trade, transport, and communication between South Asian countries. Being connected to these corridors, the highway can connect India with Nepal and Bhutan, will serve as an effective route for transit and transshipment between these countries. It not only serves as a route for the movement of goods, but also strengthens Bangladesh's position as a geopolitical and economic hub. These corridors will enhance regional economic integration, ensuring mutual benefits for all participating countries. Table 2. International. Corridors and Land Port Connectivity Corridor Organization. Role of the highway-connected land ports and countries CCSEC, Corridor and Irregular Trade and Transport Hub Raimuri, India, Bhutan, Nepal, Asian Highway to connecting Asia as a transit route of Banglabanda, India. Nepal, BIMSTEC to connecting South and Southeast Asia, SARC. Highway 4, connecting SARC, member country Spiral, India 5.2 cross-border trade. Facilitation. direct connectivity to key land. Ports. The Dhaka-Rangpur Highway will provide a direct connection to the important land ports located along the northern border of the country, thereby facilitating cross-border trade. The newly constructed bypass road through Rangpur city connects Burri Land Port with a route N509. Burri, Banglabanda, Birel, and Sonahat land ports are used to import and export goods from India, Nepal, and Bhutan. These land ports play an important role in the economy of the northern region and the country as a whole. Direct connectivity of Dhaka to these land ports through highways will significantly reduce the time and cost of transporting goods, which will help increase trade volume and make logistics more efficient. In particular, Burri land port, which is known as an important fourth country land port for Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Bhutan, will be able to realize its full potential through this highway. It is a physical infrastructure that creates a necessary platform for regional trade. 5.3 Future of regional connectivity. Alignment with BBIN Motor Vehicle Agreement (THEA). BBIN Motor Vehicles Agreement (MVA) will give full play to the international importance of this highway. Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, and Nepal are working to create the necessary legal and policy framework for inter-regional trade and connectivity through this agreement. Once this agreement is in effect, there will be no barriers to the movement of vehicles, passengers, and goods, which will ensure fast and affordable transportation. In implementing this agreement, ADB is helping to develop road infrastructure and create border facilities, including the Dhaka-Rangpur Highway. That is, this highway will help implement the legal framework of the BBI and MVA as a physical infrastructure. One is incomplete without the other. The final protocol of the BBI and MVA and the trial run of the pilot route indicate that there is a deep connection between this legal framework and the Sazak corridor infrastructure. This relationship will transform the Dhaka-Rangpur Highway from a mere national highway to an integral part of a multinational transport network, which has the potential to become a key hub for regional trade in the future. Conclusion and recommendations for future directions. Key observations, successes, limitations, and prospects. The Dhaka-Rangpur Highway project is a major step in the development of Bangladesh's road connectivity. Its construction is about 95% complete, and the commissioning of the main section of the highway has significantly reduced the travel time between Dhaka and North Bengal, alleviating the suffering of the common man. However, the implementation of the project has faced several challenges. Unforeseen external factors such as land acquisition delays, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Russia-Ukraine war have affected the project's timeline and cost. As a result, the initial cost has increased to TK 19,000 crore. The greatest potential of this highway is its international role. It not only improves the country's internal transportation system, but also facilitates cross-border trade by connecting it to multiple regional corridors such as SAC, AH2, BBIN, and important land ports Burri, Banglabanda. This will further strengthen Bangladesh's geopolitical and economic position in the South Asian context. Strategic recommendations for policy and implementation. Maximizing the value of highways based on the observations from this project experience. Several strategic recommendations can be made for future large infrastructure projects that will help maximize the long-term value of highways. Reforms in land acquisition process. It is essential to create an effective administrative and legal framework to streamline and expedite the land acquisition process for future megaprojects. Social barriers can be reduced by transparent discussions with affected landowners and providing prompt compensation. Coordination of law and infrastructure. There is a need to strengthen institutional coordination for the implementation of international agreements such as BBI and MVA, so that the necessary legal framework is ready for its full use, along with the construction of infrastructure, full use of technology. It is essential to ensure all components of ITS such as ANPR, WIM, VMS for road maintenance and safety, and to ensure its effective use. This will reduce maintenance costs in the long run and help prevent road accidents. balanced regional development to ensure that highway-centric economic growth reaches all levels of society. A balanced policy should be formulated to address political and economic disparities in the northern region. This will improve the quality of life of the people of the region and ensure that the full benefits of the project are realized.